Hey, everyone, Alex here, and welcome back to the channel now. Before we even get into today's big Kansas City Chiefs update, I just need to stop for a quick second because I can see most of you watch these videos, but still haven't subscribed. So if you love the Chiefs, if you want fast updates on players, injuries, trade rumors, and everything happening in Kansas City, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. It's completely free, and it helps this channel grow, and it means you won't miss any breaking Chiefs news the second it drops. All right, now let's get into today's story because Chiefs Kingdom has been buzzing about one question all week long: is rookie wide receiver Xavier Worthy actually going to play in Week 2 against the Philadelphia Eagles? Now, this is not just some small update. This is a massive storyline because Worthy has been one of the most talked about young players on the roster ever since he was drafted, and fans have been waiting to see how Andy Reid is going to use his speed in this offense. But the question is, will the Chiefs even have him on the field Sunday night? So here's where things stand. Xavier Worthy came into Week 1 with a ton of hype. He showed flashes in training camp. He made plays in practice. He even started building that chemistry with Patrick Mahomes that everyone in Kansas City was excited about. But during practice, leading up to Week 1, he tweaked his shoulder, and that instantly became a big concern for the coaching staff. Now, the team tried to keep it pretty quiet at first because they didn't want to create panic. But once the injury report came out, it was official. Worthy was dealing with a shoulder issue, and he was listed as questionable heading into the opener. Now, in Week 1 against the Ravens, the Chiefs played it safe. They decided not to push him too hard and limited what he could do. And honestly, that's smart because this team has Super Bowl expectations. And the last thing you want is your rookie speedster making things worse by rushing back too soon. So fast forward to this week. Now it's Week 2, and the Chiefs have a primetime showdown with the Philadelphia Eagles, one of the toughest defenses in football. So the question that everyone is asking is simple: will Xavier Worthy be on the field? From everything I've been hearing, the signs are actually trending in a positive direction. Worthy has been back at practice. He's been running routes. He's been catching passes from Mahomes, and he looks like the explosiveness is still there, which is the most important part now. He is still officially listed as limited in practice, which means he's not going 100% in every single drill. But the fact that he's out there moving around and working with the team, that's a really good sign. Here's another thing to keep in mind: the Chiefs' offense right now desperately needs someone to step up and stretch the field because defenses have been loading up to stop Travis Kelce, and without a true deep threat, Mahomes has been forced to dink and dunk way more than usual. That's why Worthy's presence is so important. Even if he's not fully healthy and playing every single snap, just having him out there forces defenses to respect that speed, and that changes the entire dynamic of the game. Now, what of the matchup itself? The Eagles' defense is no joke. Their corners play physical. Their pass rush is nasty, and they're going to test Mahomes all night long. If the Chiefs are going to win this game, they're going to need a spark, someone who can break a play wide open. And that's where Xavier Worthy comes in. Because let's be honest, the kid has track star speed. He's the kind of player who can take a slant route 70 yards to the house in the blink of an eye. And Mahomes has never been shy about giving his playmakers a chance when he trusts them so. Will we actually see Worthy suit up and play a big role Sunday night? If you ask me, the answer is yes. But with a little caution, I think the Chiefs coaching staff is going to have him active for this game. I think he'll get some snaps. I think they'll try to use him in situations where his speed can make the most impact. But I don't think you'll see him playing every down just yet because the shoulder still needs time to fully heal. And remember, the Chiefs have a long season ahead. They're not going to risk losing him in week 2 when they'll need him in December and January. But even if he's out there in a limited role, that's still huge for this offense, because once defenses see Worthy on the field, they can't just leave him one-on-one. They have to respect that speed, and that opens up everything underneath for guys like Travis Kelce, Rice, and even the running backs coming out of the backfield. And that's where Andy Reid loves to get creative now. I know some of you might be wondering, Alex Doe, you really think one rookie wide receiver can make that much of a difference? And my answer is absolutely yes, because the Chiefs don't need Worthy to be Tyreek Hill overnight. They just need him to be himself, a weapon that defenses have to account for. And once Mahomes gets him the ball in space, watch out, because that's when special things can happen. Here's the bottom line, Chiefs Kingdom: Xavier Worthy's injury is something the team is monitoring closely, but all the signs right now point to him being available against the Eagles. It might not be a full workload. It might not be 10 targets, but his presence alone could be enough to tilt the balance in the Chiefs' favor and give Mahomes that extra weapon to attack one of the toughest defenses in the league. And let me tell you, this game is going to be a real test for Kansas City, because the Eagles are coming in hungry. They know what's at stake. They know the Chiefs are the measuring stick in the NFL, and they'd love nothing more than to send a message on national television. So if the Chiefs are going to win this game, they're going to need everyone firing on all cylinders, and that includes Xavier Worthy. So Chiefs fans, what do you think? Do you believe Worthy will play a big role Sunday night? Do you think Andy Reid will unleash him? Or do you think the team should wait another week and make sure he's fully healthy before putting him in harm's way? Drop your thoughts down in the comments, because I want to hear what you think. And one more time before we wrap this up, if you haven't already, make sure you smash that subscribe button, because we're going to be covering every single Chiefs update this season, from injury news to game previews to trade rumors. And trust me, you're not going to want to miss what's coming next. This channel is for Chiefs Kingdom, and we're just getting started. All right, that's it for today's update. We'll see how the final injury report looks, but right now the arrow is pointing up for Xavier Worthy 2 against the Eagles. This is Alex. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.